Yeah. It kind of feels like this. Hey, would you stay with me till the sun goes down? Being with you is so easy. Hey, if you want, honey, you can stick around. I don't know what it is about you, but you look so fine, riding shotgun in my car. Top down when driving on the highway. The wind in our hair makes us look like movie stars. And you make me sing, yeah. Ooh, you make me sing, yeah. Oh, you make me sing, yeah.
All right, hey, Eric Stromquist from Control Trends. We're here at the Penn 100-year birthday, and we're here with Rick Van Buren, VP of Sales from the Americas. Rick, man, we're just getting ready. You guys are getting ready to tee up this big event at the Georgia Aquarium. Tell our community a little bit about what you guys are up to and about Penn.
Well, it's very exciting right now being with Johnson Controls. If anybody went to the event today at AHR, you saw the magnitude of the city we have there built. Pretty impressive. Got a little sound check going on back here right now. We got a big party tonight, big band, about 600 customers coming in. But the reason for the party is Penn's turning 100 years old this year.
Right,
so
right.
What was that, 1919, right?
Yeah.
So a long time, and we're making significant investments in Penn right now.
Well, you guys, I mean, Johnson Controls on the whole is making significant investments, and I know Penn is just really growing. But, man, Penn has been around, like, say, 100 years. And talk about the evolution of Penn a little bit, if you would.
Well, it started with the Penn brothers, and they invented a little switch called a Penn switch. We still make it today, 100 years later.
Yeah.
And, you know, our traditional business is what we call A's and P's, so temperature controls, pressure controls, traditional market. But what we're spending our money on right now is in moving into the supermarket, refrigeration business, convenience stores, racks, coolers, cases, that kind of stuff. And we're doing that because our customers in that national account business, they want connectivity to those products. They want to know if their cooler's running warm or their food is in trouble. We're bringing that connectivity that we have in building automation, right? And we're bringing that to that marketplace. That's very exciting.
Yeah, so talk about how you guys are doing that. Are you coming through something like your Verisys, or how are you bringing those in and getting it out to people connectivity-wise?
It is Verisys compatible, and you know we rolled Verisys out 2 years ago. Right. So everything we're doing today is compatible with that, especially if you think about a C-store, right? Small format. They got two walk-in coolers and a couple reach-ins, very, very small. But what do I want to say? Still of interest to connect it and have the information come up, and even up into the cloud and do analytics on it. So very exciting.
Well, it really is, and I think the thing about it is, I mean, if you got a convenience store and you got beverages or you got something that can spoil, I mean, losing that when you're off hours, if your cooling goes down, I mean, it's thousands of dollars of products that could be damaged, so you're really safeguarding against that.
Yes, exactly. So you and I are getting warm in our house, and okay, we open the window, whatever we got to do. When the ice cream melts, it doesn't go back in the case, right?
It doesn't go back in the case.
It goes back in, it goes out. So that's a problem. More importantly, if the food is warm too long or too close to being warm, then it's got to be thrown away. And you and I don't want to go somewhere that has spoiled food and buy, right? So we're doing everything we can do to participate in that and bringing some innovative products to that marketplace. We're very excited about that.
Well, and I think you should be. And I think the other thing about it, too, is they're very price competitive. And there was a time in the not-too-distant past where, you know, doing this type of technology has been available for quite some time, but just not at a price point that you could afford to put in a convenience store. But you guys really got it dialed in where it's really affordable for everybody now.
We do, and we're leveraging our investments in building automation that we've been doing for many, many decades, right? And we're bringing that down. We're going to have cost-competitive products. We're going to have the right OEM relationships so that we can get it into the equipment. We have the right national accounts relationships so that we can have the owner specify our products. It's very exciting. And quite frequently, when we start talking about these products, some of our customers are like, where have you been? Right? How come it's finally getting in this business? So, and the bottom line is we have great leadership at Johnson Controls with Bill Jackson and invested in money. Right. And he's given us the money to go to marketplace with. And look at the whales are opening up right here. Right
there we go.
Us.
Yeah, right on cue. Good job, Rick.
Yeah, you like that? That's automation.
Yeah. Nice.
So, but you know what? Tony's team, you'll talk to Tony in a minute here, but Tony had 15 engineers 3 years ago. We got over 80 now. So that's a commitment.
Was a distributor for Johnson Controls in Penn. I can tell you, Johnson does not put a product out until it's tested and working well. I mean, that's one of the things you guys have always been great at is the products. They're ready when you get them out. They're ready. They're good to go. You guys got great support with that. So congratulations on that piece.
Well, you think about that though. If you have a weak product or something that can't be counted on, you don't get to be 100 years old, right?
Yeah, you don't. You don't unless you're just
the market pushes you out. Right, and for Johnson Controls, we're very lucky to have. We have the Johnson brand, we have the York brand, and we have the Penn brand, all over 100 years old. And so it's a great time to be with Johnson Controls right now.
Well, it is, and it's going to be a great party tonight, man. Rick, congratulations, man. Penn Controls, Rick Van Buren, and check them out. What's the best website for them to get some more information on Penn or JCI?
We do have a penn-controls.com. We just put that up, and obviously johnsoncontrols.com. And I appreciate the time taking to talk to us.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And listen, if you're really cool, you probably get a cool tie like this. You get a Penn tie, man.
There's only 40 made, so it's an exclusive club.
Yeah, because you know what they say, every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, right?
That's right. That's
Rick,
you.
Thanks, buddy.
Pleasure.
I am joined by Dan Preston. Many think he's Bill Belichick's older, smarter brother. Any truth to that rumor, Dan?
Well, I'm not sure about the older, smarter, but I love Bill. He's the man.
Well, better looking anyway, right? So Dan is the Vice President of Independent Distribution Channels, which we get to work with Dan a lot because we are an independent Johnson Controls distributor and proud to be for sure. So, Dan, man, talk about this event you guys got going on tonight.
Well, we're celebrating 100 years of the Penn brand product. Just a tremendous legacy with Penn. It's got that legacy of quality and reliability that I think is really what the Johnson reputation has been built on. So Penn's very proud of the history. Looking forward to lots of investment in the Penn product line as we develop it, and very excited to be here. A beautiful, beautiful venue. You can see the fishies behind me. That's just spectacular. Yeah. We're at a very special place, celebrating a special time with a great product line.
You know, there's something about Johnson Controls and Penn, man. You guys do things first class, and man, your booth down at AHR is just spectacular.
Gosh. Yeah. It's, you know what I love about it, it's very social. A lot of interaction. It's not compartmentalized. You can freely walk around and see what you like in a very comfortable place. It was crowded because it was crowded, as it should, but I thought the people movement about it and the way we had it structured was just first class. They did a wonderful job. Very excited about it. It blew me away. It was very impressive.
Well, it's great. And like I say, if you haven't been down to AHR in Atlanta yet, you still have time because you got tomorrow and Wednesday, so definitely check that out. But Dan, you know, we work with you guys. It's interesting to see how your product portfolio is coming together from Johnson Verisys to Penn and even lighting. So talk to me about some of the stuff you guys are doing and how you bringing the parts and pieces together.
So today we are just we're so far advanced from where we were just 5 years ago between IP controllers, between our Lux acquisition, which puts us into the thermostat business. Thermostat invented by Warren S. Johnson some 150 years ago, whatever it was, and so now we have a complete thermostat product line. We have internet-based, web-based, Wi-Fi-based thermostats leading up to glass, which is spectacular. And we also made an acquisition of Triatech, and so we're in the laboratory fume hood controls. About time, it's where we should be, but now managing critical environments. So with Verisys, for small, light commercial, mid-sized buildings, right through the most complex buildings, we have a product that will suit it and suit it very well with high-quality products with the Johnson brand name behind it. So it couldn't be any better. We're living in good times right now. These are the good times.
No, you guys are, and I think what's really cool about it is things have gotten so scalable. You know, we were talking earlier about the fact that, like in convenience stores, it used to be that you just could not really protect your stuff because it was so expensive. And now with your Verisys platform and stuff like that, it's scalable, so you can guys go from the smallest building to the largest building with the glass stat to the smallest to the largest.
You bet. And what makes Verisys special there's no requirement for engineering tools. Everything is embedded within the product, and the controllers themselves are configured. So the idea of writing a program and downloading a program and going through the conventional tasks of enabling a system has basically been taken care of, where it self-discovers. You configure, tell it what it is and what it needs to do, and off it runs. And so the idea is that it's designed for the folks who service those types of buildings. It enables them to bring little added extra value to those customers.
You know, Johnson's always been known for quality, but man, you guys have gotten real sexy here lately with the glass stat. I tell you what, we won at the Control Trends Awards last night, and tell us about the glass stat, because it is beautiful.
Glass stat, to me, I call it the belle of the ball. Wherever we go, it just grabs so much attention. People just fall in love with it. And, you know, it has some very unique features. It has a indoor air quality feature, which it really kind of sets it apart. And what's been real interesting is folks have been applying it. They come back and say, yeah, I found out that I wasn't venting my furnace properly or my water heater properly, and I fixed it, and now the air quality went down. So it actually works. And you know, it's one of those products that you look at, you go, I got to have that. It has that kind of quality to it.
Something you want on your wall for sure. Yeah,
you bet. It's beautiful.
Yeah. We call it the nest killer.
I love that. Love that.
But, you know, again, Dan, and of course, you know, Dan, you and I both we work with the Johnson FX product line, which is a full-blown building automation control system. So that is just top quality in and of itself. So again, man, I applaud you guys, the additions you're making. Yeah. Like I say, you're scalable from the thermostat on the wall up to controlling a whole campus if you want to.
So with FX, we're very proud of introducing our partnership with Cisco. We're introducing a ring manager, which allows a daisy chain type network of IP controllers to a single ring manager, and so a single home run versus many home runs where things were in the past. So much more efficient way of doing the installation, and brings an element of redundancy. That's kind of the natural benefit. 100 controllers per ring, 3 rings per ring manager. So yeah. So it's very, very exciting, brings us up to a whole nother level of play. So very excited about that. So FX is advancing and advancing, so we're very excited.
You know, your tool, your programming tool and everything was just so advanced anyway, and I think the thing that's cool about FX is you can pretty much plug and play and configure if you want to, or you can write the code. So it's, again, very well thought out product. So, well, listen, I know for a fact that Bill Belichick watches Control Talk, Control Trends, so you have any word, you want to say anything for Bill?
Bill, beat the Chiefs, will you please? Go into Kansas City and beat their behinds.
There we go. Dan Preston, Johnson Controls. Dan, thanks so much, buddy.
Eric. Always nice to
Appreciate
see you.
it, brother.
Okay,
Take care. So, all right, we're at the Penn 100-year celebration. We're here with Chris Eichmann, an old friend, and Chris runs the controls globally for JCI. We've kind of watched your meteoric rise with JCI, so congratulations, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Eric. It's actually next month will be 10 years that I've been working with Johnson Controls, and probably 9.5 years since you first interviewed me.
That's right, man. It's kind of cool, you know, because like I said about somebody last night, you remember Ken and I when we were young.
I remember when, no, you didn't have hair then either.
Yeah. No, I hadn't hair. But, dude, you know, again, congratulations, Penn. What a great brand. This is going to be a great celebration night. Things are getting set up down here at the aquarium. One of your buddies is coming up right behind you there. So, we took you him on screen. Yeah, this is one of Chris's props.
Yeah. You know, so first of all, thank you. One, for celebrating with us here. What a great opportunity to highlight a fantastic brand, iconic brand in the market. And we're looking forward to the next 100 years of Penn. And we're making big investments in this product line, both in the product itself and in the sales team to go support it and support distributors like you to go be successful in the market.
Well, you know, one of the common themes as we've been interviewing people here is that Johnson really has a solution, a control solution, from the thermostat on the wall, the glass stat, all the way up to controlling whatever you want to control, a city, a campus, or whatever, and everything in between.
That's been the path that we've been on for a while now, whether it's valves and actuators, sensors, thermostats, the Penn refrigeration line, to make sure that we've got a full line card and that we're bringing solutions, not just products, to our customers.
Well, I'll tell you what, first of all, I want to congratulate Eric on the use of the word meteoric. That's another great job. But Chris, I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful venue. Tell us about who's going to be here. Is this is a customer orientation, mostly Penn folks? I mean, just tell us about the event.
Yeah, it's primarily, so it's a celebration of the Penn product family and the customers that have partnered with us over the last 100 years, although not the first customers, but you know, the more recent guys, and both OEMs and distributors, and just an opportunity for us to thank everybody for their business and to get the next 100 years going.
Well, that's what I was kind of getting to. There's a lot of really great contractors, a lot of great people, a lot of distributors here that are top distributors in North America. And I tell you, so you got a great product and a great distribution channel and a great contractor channel. So it's a great celebration.
Well, I tell you what, it doesn't surprise me because Johnson and Penn, they don't think halfway. It's first-class operation. Chris, I got to ask you, you've been with Johnson for a while. What excites you most about Johnson Controls today and going forward?
Two things, I think. One is our team. We've got a phenomenal group, whether it's on the engineering, product management side, or the sales side that you guys see. We just have a tremendous, tremendous team.
I'm with Rob Munin, and Rob runs the thermostat business for Johnson Controls.
Right.
Rob, man, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us, man. You've got to be pumped up. The glass stat, baby.
It's the winner. It won last night. Thank you for that honor. So, yeah, the glass stat, I'm adopted father of the glass stat. So I came over to JCI with the Lux acquisition back in October, and boy, it's a great place to start with that thing. It's a beauty, right?
It is, man. If you got an adopted child, you want to adopt something like the glass stat for sure. So it is absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen it, you can see it on the Johnson Controls website. You can see it on Control Trends. So beautiful. It looks great on your wall. I call it the vanity stat because I guess I could probably put a picture of myself on the stat if I wanted to, right?
Well, if you wanted to, you could be behind the stat because you can see right through it, right against the wall. That's the glass. Transparent screen, one of a kind. It's two products in one. It has an air sensor and it's a smart thermostat. Unbelievable app. Works with Alexa and Google and Cortana. It's really top of the line. It's excellent.
No, it really is just a beautiful stat, and you know, we call it the Nest Killer.
Yeah, I like Nest Killers. We have a whole line of thermostats now at JCI with Lux. So we have products that work in the home, smart home. We have traditional thermostats now. It's such an exciting time to be controlling HVAC.
No, it really is, and you know, it's kind of a common theme as we're interviewing different people at this wonderful event you guys are having to celebrate Penn's 100-year anniversary. But the common theme is you guys are really scalable from the thermostat on the wall all the way up to controlling a campus if you want to, and everything in between.
Yeah, so I mean, it's interesting because, you know, Johnson Controls invented the thermostat way back when, more than 100
Warren S. Johnson. Baby.
Warren S. Johnson, and now here we are again with our thermostat line leading the way. Glass, Kono, Geo, we got them all.
Guys do, for sure. Yeah. Well, this is going to be a big time tonight. How can people find out more about the glass stat?
Well, you can go to Johnson Controls website. You can go to Lux Products. You can find out all you need to know about glass.